Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will discuss about the borders of the shaft of the humerus. The shaft, if we cut the shaft of the humerus, in upper part it looks like a cylindrical shape, and in lower part it is triangular shape. Okay, if we have a cut section of the humerus in the upper part, it looks like a cylindrical, and if we cut section through the lower part of the shaft of the humerus, it looks like a triangular shape. Okay, then comes to the border. There are three borders in shaft of the humerus. One is anterior border, then medial border, then lateral border. Now come to the anterior border. Which one is the anterior border? The anterior border, it starts from the lateral lip of the intertubercular sulcus, and it goes downwards, and in the middle part it is caused by a V-shaped deltoid tuberosity, and then it ends in the radial fossa. I am telling it again. The anterior border starts from the lateral lip of the intertubercular sulcus, then it goes downwards, and in the middle part it is caused by the V-shaped deltoid tuberosity. Then it extends downwards and it ends in the radial fossa. This one is the radial fossa. Okay. Then the medial border. Which one is the medial border? Medial border starts from the medial lip of the intertubercular sulcus, then it goes downwards. And it ends at the medial epicondyle. Okay, this one is medial epicondyle. So the medial border starts from the medial lip of the intertubercular sulcus, it extends downwards, then it ends into the medial epicondyle. Okay, in its middle part of the medial border, in the middle part of the medial border, here there is a muscle is attached, that is the coracobrachialis muscle. Insertion of the coracobrachialis muscle in the middle part of the medial border. Then just above the medial epicondyle, this area gives rise to attachment of another muscle, that is the humeral head of the pronator teres. Okay, a area just above the medial epicondyle, this area gives rise to a muscle, that is humeral head of the pronator teres. Then come to the lateral border. Which one is the lateral border? The lateral border, this is the lateral border. Okay, it's this is the lateral border. Its upper part is not prominent, it is indistinct, but its lower part is sharp. Okay, its lower part is sharp and it ends into the lateral epicondyle. This part is lateral epicondyle. So the lower part of the lateral epicondyle is sharp. This is called lateral supracondylar ridge. Here there is attachment of lateral intermuscular septum. And we already forgot to tell that the lower part of the medial border is also sharp. This part is called medial supracondylar ridge, and here is attachment of the medial intermuscular septum. So this lower part of the medial border is called medial supracondylar ridge, and the lower part of the sharp lower part of the lateral border is called lateral supracondylar ridge. So in medial supracondylar ridge there is attachment of the medial intermuscular septum, and lateral supracondylar ridge there is attachment of the lateral intermuscular septum. And in just middle of the lateral border, that means that part in middle of the lateral border, it is crossed by a groove. Okay, it is caused by a groove that is called radial groove. It comes from behind. Okay, the lateral border is caused by a groove, that is radial groove. It comes from behind in like this manner. Okay, it's not clearly visible here, we can show you it in this manner. Okay, so this one was the lateral border. Okay, this is the posterior view of the humerus. This one was the lateral border. Okay, so in its middle part of the lateral border there was a groove. Okay, this was the groove, radial groove. It comes from the behind, it crosses the lateral border. So what are the structures that arises or passes through this radial groove? Number one is radial nerve, and number two is a vessel, that is arteria profunda brachii artery. Okay, so that's it. This is up to the borders of the shaft of the humerus.